right, thank you everybody for coming out. Um, Today we're gathering because of some appointments that Samantha Kirkman has made. Samantha Kirkman's extremism and bad governing is not what the residents of Kenosha County want or need. It is apparent that Samantha Kirkman and her MAGA allies are trying to undermine the Racial and Ethnic Equity Commission by appointing Brian Gonzalez and Xavier Salas, two extreme candidates with ties to racial discrimination and not equity. Even worse, she has nominated right-wing militia leader Kevin Matheson to the County Emergency Planning Committee. Let's talk about these appointments. Brian Gonzalez is the police officer who shot and killed Michael Bell Jr. in front of his mother and his sister after he was already subdued. Kenosha County declared racism a public health crisis in 2021, yet Gonzalez is on record saying he does not believe there is a racial equity problem in Kenosha. He also publicly spoke out against creating a position for a chief diversity and inclusion officer. Appointing someone who does not believe that racial equity is important to a commission that is tasked with addressing the racial inequalities in our county is a clear effort to undermine the important work of the commission. Let's talk about Xavier Salas. Kirkman's other appointment, Xavier Salas, an attorney who helped raise $2 million for Kyle Rittenhouse's bond. He was a part of Kyle Rittenhouse's legal team. His association with the most divisive episode in recent history in Kenosha will clearly damage the efforts of a commission meant to help resolve racial inequalities and unite the community, not divide it. It is a slap in the face to everyone who was hurt and is still hurting as a result of the Kyle Rittenhouse shootings and trial. He is also a well-known election denier. Do I need to say anything more about him? Someone like that should not be placed in a position of public responsibility. Their appointment caused several members of the Racial Equity Commission to resign in protest. Former board member Brad Backer said that these two individuals come with a huge amount of baggage when it comes to law enforcement. Both of them are extremely uncritical of Kenosha law enforcement. He said that anyone who believes there may be a problem with race in law enforcement in Kenosha County should be insulted by the appointments. Kevin Matheson. Samantha Kirkman has also nominated Kevin Matheson to the County Emergency Planning Committee. Matheson is the commander of the Kenosha Guard, a local extremist group. During the Jacob Blake protests, he was the one responsible for putting out a call to arms that resulted in armed extremists like Kyle Rittenhouse coming from out of state to stir up violence. Local residents were hurt and even murdered as a direct result of his actions. Kevin Matheson also has a so-called media company and claims to be a journalist and private investigator, which affords him special privileges to access some of our community's most sensitive information. Matheson has abused his journalistic license to slander people with his false lies, false narratives, and misinformation on his publication, the Kenosha County Eye. The extremism of these appointments hurts our community, divides us, and hinders real progress. Please join me in opposing these appointments. And now I'd like to call next Alderman Kennedy.